Hey, all, just got a request again to look at the review number 1. I think it's a good idea to take a look at that one because it has trigonometry, sine, cosine, tangent, which is beneficial to have a video about that again. I should probably put these videos in the materials, and I will get to that, but you can always scroll down through the updates, find these videos if you're looking for them. All right, so we will take a look at the review. Number 1 and number 2 are very similar, so we'll look at number 1, and then you can kind of use this to help guide you with number 2. So use the regular polygon formula and trigonometry to find the area of the regular polygon. Show your work and round your answers to the nearest tenth. So here we're going to be given a side length, and from that we're going to find the area. So for both of these we're going to be using the same formula, which I will just put at the top up here. So we have that recorded. The area of these is going to equal 1/2 ASN. So that tells us that we need to find the apothem. We need to find the side length, which that's what we're given, so that's nice. We got that filled in. That's going to be 12 inches. And we need to know the number of sides, which also we know the number of sides if we count, starting at the bottom down here. We'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we got 9 total sides. All right, so all we have to do is find the apothem. I'm going to highlight that in red so that we can see that right there. So we're looking to work with this, find this apothem right here. So what you should know is that when you're finding the apothem, it's the perpendicular distance from the side of your shape to the center, and that's going to make then a 90 degrees right here. So you are working with a right triangle. What we have to do is we have to find out what is this angle measure inside of here, and then also the side length is 12. So with the apothem splitting that 12 in half, that means this piece right there is going to be 6. But let's talk about the angle. So now you've got all 9 sides that you can think of are kind of forming these like pieces of pizza all the way through your shape. To find the angle measure at the top of these, we're going to take the total degrees in a circle, 360, divided by 9 to find those angles in there. And when you do that, you get that the angle inside of there is going to be 40. So again, what I did was to find that angle in there, I took 360 divided by 9, which gives us 40. Then your apothem again splits that pizza slice in half, if you want to think of it like that way. So that would make 40 divided by 2, which is 20. So this angle in here, and I'm going to go with a different color to kind of make it try to stand out a little bit. That little angle right inside of there is going to be 20 degrees. So that's what we are going to use with trigonometry to start to find out what the length of A, the apothem, is. So once we know our angle, that represents our vantage point. So circle that. This 6 represents the opposite leg. This represents my adjacent leg. So the trig function that goes with opposite and adjacent is tangent, because SOHCAHTOA, we're using the TOA. So we set it up, we're going to have tangent of 20, excuse me, is going to equal my opposite, which is 6, over my adjacent, A. As you get more experience with this trigonometry, you're going to find out that all that happens here is your tangent and your A are going to switch positions. So we could do the algebra, you multiply by A on both sides, then you're going to divide by your tangent, but really what happens is those just trade positions. So A is going to equal 6 divided by the tangent of 20. And this happens whenever your variable is in your denominator of your ratio. You can simply just switch the variable with the trig and start to solve. So from this point, we'll head to our calculator. So that will be 6. Oh, let's review this. Let's go to mode. Just make sure you're heading down. You want to make sure that you're in degree mode. So what you should see is radian, degree. You want to make sure it's black with the white letters. Okay, that should be good. Now we can second quit, and we will take our 6 divided by the tangent of 20. And let's move this over. 6 divided by the tangent of 20. Okay, everything looks good there. And we get 16.4848. So at this point, I'm going to round it to 16.5, and it may be a little different than the answer provided at the bottom. Depends on how you round these. So you might see that your answer might be just a unit or 2 off. That's okay. So 6 divided by the tangent of 20 tells me that my apothem is 16.5. So we'll head up to there, 16.5. Now it's basically just plugging them all in. So we've got a 1/2, 16.5, times my side length, which is 12, times my number of sides, which was 9. And we'll head back to our calculator, put that in. So I use 0.5, that's fine if you want to use that. 0.5 times 16.5 times the side length is 12 times the number of sides was 9. And we get about 891. So our area is 891, and that's inches. So we'll go 891 inches squared. And that'll do it. So part 2 is exactly similar to this one. You want to make sure that you find your angle of that pizza slice. Then you can use trigonometry. You'll know the opposite leg, and you're going to be needing to find the adjacent leg. So why don't you guys try that one on your own. Hopefully this helps, and we'll see you later.